Ours is just particularly loud.
You want to get in this? Guys, a lot has changed. I hope you've been doing well. A few months ago, maybe 2 months now, I packed up my entire life and moved to LA. To get something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. There are a number of reasons in the past and even in the present that I wait or that I've waited around for things to change before I changed or took any action. Some examples could be waiting to feel confident. There have been a lot of times that I wanted the outcome or the reality that would result in being a confident person, yet I did not feel confident at all. So I waited for something to change outside of me. Another one is motivation. I used to think that motivation was almost always a signal of readiness, and that if I didn't feel motivated to do something, then that meant I wasn't ready yet. That belief held me back more times than I would like to admit. Another common reason that I felt or heard people say, waiting for more resources in general, thinking that you don't have everything that you need available to you in the current moment to make happen whatever you need to make happen. You might be waiting for more time. You might think that you can't change your life or become the person you want to become until X, Y, and Z happen. I've also felt a lot of times like I was waiting for certainty. I had a general idea, I had motivation, I had all these things. Felt like everything was on my side, but I just wasn't sure. All these reasons are perfectly valid. They take a lot of awareness and evaluation to identify and to kind of wrestle with. They're often very internal, intangible things outside of like money and time. I mean, even time is intangible, I guess, but they're often all in here. It's a thought loop that you're stuck in that's holding you back. But what I've needed to ask myself every time I've been stuck in a loop is, am I waiting for change to happen to me, or am I waiting for change to happen through me? Meaning, what external factor am I placing too much power on, which is ultimately taking agency and power away from me? I'm not even kidding, getting a new nail girl was like #1 things on my to-do list because I just had the world's most amazing nail girl where I lived before. She's the whole reason I didn't miss an appointment for literally 2 years straight. But we've had a lot to do. We had to find an apartment, we've been decorating it, we've been running around finding things on Facebook Market. I like to keep my algorithm on there like curated, so I go through and I make sure that my government agent knows what I like to see. That way, when I'm ever in need of something, I can find it quickly. Everything has been like very seamless and easy. We found our place with ease. Everything that needed to happen to make the move go smoothly went smoothly. It's not to say it wasn't tiring and took a lot of effort, that's for sure, but that's the case with any move, especially when you're literally moving across the country. There are so many logistics. A big question I've been sitting with is what actually creates identity? While it's never a bad idea to trust the process and trust a plan, along the way, you are creating identity through the things that you're repeatedly practicing. For today, there are like 3 main big ideas that I want to move forward with on the topic of identity. And the first one is that action starts before identity. Everything that you have ever become in your life is a result of the actions you took preceding it. Let's make it very simple. I didn't become an employee at a job by showing up and getting hired. I became an employee by turning 5 years old and going to kindergarten and then going to school every day until I turned 18 and then going to college and then going to school every day until I graduated. And then I became my current identity. There were so many steps and actions taken beforehand. The second thing is that exposure creates possibility. You can only imagine what's possible for yourself based off of what you've been exposed to. I can't imagine being or experiencing anything that I haven't in some way, shape, or form already interacted with. So the more exposure you can get, the better equipped you'll be to learn and decide what calls to you so that you can begin taking the steps toward who you want to become. And the third thing is that repeated experiments are the shapers of identity. So showing up, trying something one day, going home. Showing up the next day, trying it again. Maybe the same way, maybe a different way, going back home. Every day you're building on the learning of the day before. Each day, the identity of what you're exploring is shaping and chiseling itself into whatever form it's bound to take. Guys, on my way to pottery class, I signed up for a pottery class and now it's time to go and I'm scared. But I'm excited. I want to do like a little kiln haul. You know, the ones on TikTok where the girls like show the little things they made. At pottery class, I guess. I am doing a wheel class, which I've never done before. I've only ever like made little hand pottery, so we'll see how it goes. I'm scared, but I'm gonna be brave. And I need to go right now, so. One thing you're no doubt going to come across when you begin the journey of starting a new life is a lot of discomfort and a lot of possibly awkward situations where you are in new scenarios and you might feel a little bit vulnerable. There's a quote that wherever you go, there you are. And I've seen people analyze this quote from the perspective of like someone who moves around quite often. And I relate to that because I've moved a lot in the last 6 years. And so I've reflected on what that quote means for me because I have experienced the reality of meeting yourself over and over again in vastly different scenarios. I've lived in environments that brought out different sides of me because I simply was exposed to new stimuli, new everything. There's parts that you put away because they're not needed in a new era or a new environment or a new job or a new anything. Some parts stay behind, some parts stay with you, some parts emerge. So the quote, "Wherever you go, there you are," insinuates that there's no way to escape yourself by placing yourself in a different external environment. I've definitely met myself again and again and again in different physical environments. And while I think it's true that wherever I went, there I was, it was always me. There were times where I was like, oh, you know, I maybe wasn't as fulfilled in the social category of my life in the place I was living in before. But now I'm in this new place and my unfulfillment is going to follow me until I choose to do something different in this new environment. The new environment may, by no choice or action of my own, present me with new social scenarios, but it's ultimately my choice to begin exercising that muscle again. That being said, it is true that wherever you go, there you are, but the responsibility is still yours. There's no external scenario that's going to do all of the work for you. And if you're committed to becoming a new person, you will, but by no coincidence or accident is it going to take place. You have to show up and you have to be uncomfortable and it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be so fine. And just like every other version of yourself beforehand will start to feel so natural that you don't even remember what life was like before. So best of luck with your changes. I hope they bring you everything that you desire of them, and I hope they also bring you something unexpected as well.